This is some of the most annoying shit that liberals used to do about people like Ben Shapiro. Like, it's not
in there. Not to mention, he calls me stupid like every other week. So what normal human being would choose to go on a show when someone calls you stupid every 10 days?
I said, buddy, you're getting deported to Israel. And Laura Loomer was like, no, he's not, because he's a U.S. citizen, dummy. See, this is the tactical advantage of vulgarity. I don't think they understand. This is like some of the most annoying shit that liberals used to do. This is some of the most annoying shit that liberals used to do about people like Ben Shapiro. Like, it's not going to work. I mean, even if Yale was like, yeah, that's right, we're canceling you. Like, you're just pissing people off further. Stuff like this is only going to draw enmity. Mark Levin is Trump's fave guy now. No more Tucker Carlson and Alex Jones. I know. And Mark Levin actually reposted this too, apparently. You know? Did they forget book and reading is what turned... Okay, dude. You clearly didn't fucking read books. Look at this. Did they forgot book and reading is what turned kids commies, not you. Bro, maybe you should do book and reading. Jesus Christ, Oliver. Holy shit. God damn, son. God damn. Anyway, I'm on Mobile. All right. Where was I? What was I saying? What was I doing? Yeah. Okay, we'll start out with Elisa Slotkin. Okay, let's start there. Let's start with Elisa Slotkin, because that one is very funny. So, Elisa Slotkin is running, or wants to run for president, right? She's a Michigan senator who many Michiganders voted not in favor of necessarily, but against the Republican Mike Rogers, right? I think it was Mike Rogers. And she wants to carry that victory to the grand stage to become president. Okay. Now, do I think that's going to work? I don't think so, because it's very, I mean, it's giving, diet Hillary Clinton. She's a CIA agent. I just don't think that kind of, like, I don't think a person with that background has an easy go at trying to present themselves as like a left populist. It's just not going to happen. Like, she is a very old guard politician, like old school politician, CIA background, very buttoned up, very neoliberal. It's just not going to work, right? It's not going to work unless they like try to clear the field for her, which I don't think is going to happen anyway. I think there's trouble brewing for the establishment style Democrats, the neoliberal Democrats, the ones that are trying to constantly present themselves as like just progressive enough, but also perfectly moderate, right? But initially, if you guys remember, Elisa Slotkin said that she didn't know who I was, but then also said that, the quotes that were given to her from the boss call that she was responding to, she was like literally responding to a third way ADL questionnaire, made it seem like I was very scary and very anti-Semitic. It was on moral grounds that she refused to come on my stream, which is interesting because, like, I never invited her to come on the stream at all. But anyway, now here's a question that was presented to her by Politico when she's out and about doing another campaign rally.
I talked with Hassan Piker this week, and he essentially said that there was a double standard on you going on Bill Maher's show versus his Twitch stream. Do you want to respond to that?
Well, first of all, I've never been invited on his stuff, and I've gone on Bill Maher a bunch of times. Look, I have said repeatedly, like, I got to call balls and strikes, whether it's anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, coming from the state that I come from. And so that's what I've tried to do as he's come into Michigan. And, I think there are a ton of podcasts or, invites that I've not taken. And every politician has to make their choice. They have to make a decision about what they're going to go on. So I've been on Bill Maher, I think this is my 4th time. That's just how I feel, given some of the things that were said.
And which strikes does Hasan hit? What are his strikes? Which strikes? You said balls and strikes. Oh, what are his strikes?
I think for me, some derogatory things he said about Orthodox Jews, saying that we deserve 9/11. Like, there's some things.
Yo, Bill Maher himself has done those things, okay? That's what's so funny about this. And Bill Maher actually is Islamophobic. I'm not anti-Semitic, but Bill Maher unironically is Islamophobic. And my response in that situation was just like to highlight the double standard. Like, I wasn't inviting Elisa Slotkin onto the broadcast. I was just simply saying that she obviously doesn't have an issue with like certain kinds of language and certain kinds of racism, while she's, simultaneously claiming that I myself am a more toxic figure than Bill Maher. It's not true. Bill Maher, I mean, I don't remember, but I remember watching Religulous, however you fucking call it, and there is 0% chance he hasn't said heinous shit about Orthodox Jews. Okay, I mean, I should look it up. I'm sure someone can find it, but like, that's usually something that a lot of like liberals routinely hit on, and way worse things than I have said when I'm like specifically referencing not like Orthodox Jews and calling them inbred, but just talking about like reactionary right-wing ultra-Zionist groups that are engaging in like violent things like invading Lebanon or in doing a genocide in Gaza. So yeah, I'm referencing settlers in the West Bank, right? I'm not talking about like all Orthodox Jews across the board. And an inbred is something that I use as a pejorative towards every ethno-religious supremacist identity, from neo-Nazis to regular old right-wing Republican hicks, Yeah, they were engaging in aid destruction, right? All that stuff. So it's not about them being Jewish. It's about what they're doing, right? If you're a chud, if you're right-wing, if you're a Nazi, it don't matter to me. What is this inbred? Yeah. But once again, Bill Maher is like actually trafficking in right-wing ideals or right-wing ideology, reactionary ideology, and saying a bunch of heinous shit, which is precisely the reason why Elisa Slotkin doesn't have an issue with anything that he's saying, because it's about where you want to expand the tent to. That much is clear. A lot of these people want to expand the tent to the right. They do not want to expand the tent to the left, even though the left is there. Okay? It's that simple.
Things in there, not to mention, he calls me stupid like every other week. So what normal human being would choose to go on a show when someone calls you stupid every 10 days?
Have I done that? It's very funny, but a lot of people are dunking on her for this because she was like, we got to be alpha. We got to take on these fights, all this stuff. And now she's like, I don't want to go on a show because he called me stupid. Yeah, I find it very strange because she's literally a CIA agent that was stationed in Iraq.
So
it's
not going to be something I do.
It's funny because she also says, wait, so is it a moral stance or a purely aesthetic one? I'm confused. When confronted with the obvious hypocrisy of condemning Pike for anti-Semitism while still going on, Bill Maher said does it actually racist things. She immediately pivots to non sequitur aesthetic objections because she doesn't have a response. It's obviously cynical. Yeah. Dave Weigel had some choice words on this. I get it, But I don't get how this fits into her alpha energy frame. An alpha would go on the show to suplex him, right? Slocum went on breaking points, and I guess opinions differ, but in my opinion, held her own in a tough Israel back and forth. That was pretty alpha. I just find it very funny that now she has to address this back and forth with me, random guy. that I find personally hilarious. And also Dave Weigel is saying she held her own because I think he just wants her to be in a contested environment. So he's just gassing her up a little bit. Okay. Also, a politician could totally be like, well, I just don't like him. And that would be infinite better messaging. Yeah, probably. I said, buddy, you're getting deported to Israel to Randy Fine, okay? Because Randy Fine is trying to do this messaging, but foreigners should not be able to serve in Congress. That's why I've introduced a disqualifying dual loyalty act. If you're a citizen of another country, you shouldn't serve this one. Get out. I said, buddy, you're getting deported to Israel. And Laura Loomer was like, no, he's not, because he's a U.S. citizen, dummy. See, this is the tactical advantage of vulgarity, okay? These guys are fucking fascists. So if you're vulgar to them, okay, if you hit them with this shit, their only response is to cry to the referee and say, how dare you, sir? Excuse me, I'm an American citizen. That's awesome. They're on the fucking back foot. They can dish it, but they can't take it. And I apologize for saying dish while I'm talking about Randy Fine, because I know he wants to clear it, right? But like, that's how it is. This is what I try to explain to liberals as well. Like, just stop being pussies, man. Just fucking let them eat it. Let them take it. We can't be letting these guys constantly talk about, doing mass deportations and shit. And then all we have in response is, no. Like, it's bullshit. Like, yeah, there it is. Hopefully today, President Trump can negotiate the permanent deportation of Hassan Piker back to Turkey. It's time for him to go home. There it is. Like, this is literally Laura Loomer crying in my replies after demanding that the president deport me. Okay. And Randy Fine does it too. It's like, Randy Fine responded. Randy Fine responded, I know we're going to cover that too. I was born in the United States. My parents were born in the United States. Two of my grandparents were born in the United States more than 100 years ago. Neither of the other two were born in Israel. I've never even visited Israel until my 30s. Hassan Piker is the child of two Turkish Muslims who engaged in birth tourism so he could become American, after which he was immediately taken to Turkey and spent his entire childhood. Piker said America deserved 9/11. Kill motherfuckers, let the blah, 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 blah. If you cared about Medicare fraud, you would kill Rick Scott. He's campaigned alongside Representatives Summerlee, Ro Khanna, Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, Zohar Mamdani, AOC, and Bernie Sanders. This is the Democrat Party today. And then he adds Dana Bash and Jake Tapper. Now, why would Randy Fine, who is objectively the most racist congressperson in the United States of America right now, and there's motherfuckers wearing Klan robes in Congress, and Randy Fine is a cut above. Why would Randy Fine at Jake Tapper and Dana Bash? Why would he do that? Congressman front butt at it again. Mark Levin is complaining. Piker is a terror-supporting jihadist who celebrates 9/11. We know because he tells us, and a spokesman for the Democratic Party. He also is an example of a broken immigration system. Would be honored to come on your show and discuss this at Mark Levin Show. Dude. let's keep it a buck. I personally welcome this kind of anger and resentment from some of the worst villains. Okay? These are some of the worst villains in American society right now. Okay? If you noticed, a lot of the anger, a lot of the resentment, and a lot of the attacks are bubbling from the Israel First right-wingers and the Israel First Democrats as well. It's just very strange. I've noticed that most people, objectively popular politicians that just want to do right by Americans, that don't necessarily give a fuck about the nation state of Israel and preserving its greater Israel project or whatever. A lot of those guys don't have this kind of opinion on little old me. Interesting stuff. I do, however, find it truly immoral, truly morally repugnant that some high-profile liberals like Dana Bash, okay, what is this? 250K likes, holy fuck. What is this? If Israel a terrorist, then so are the U.S. They've committed the same acts. It's happening. It's happening. The wheels are turning. Like, yeah. We're trying to stop that. That's like the point. Anyway, Josh Shapiro is changing his tone on Israel. Nice. So are you going to be able to stream the Q&A you're hosting at the Hidden for Job event today? No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that on live, okay? Not everything that I do is fucking live streamed, okay? That's not going to be live streamed. Sorry. Holy shit. Chatters, not everything that I do is for the stream consumption. I know I have done so much. I know I do so much live, but not everything that I do is going to be live. Bro, that's what a reasonable question is. I know. Sorry. I'm on edge about that. Anyway, where was I? What was I saying? Yeah. Look at this. Look. Levin, all of these annoying Israel First Republicans, these reactionaries who have demanded my deportation. I think in a matchup, me versus Mark Levin, I think overwhelming majority of Americans would want to deport him instead of me. I was going to say, I don't think you want to ask Americans who they'd rather denaturalize and deport between you and me, you bald bitch. But then I realized bald people are going to get mad. Have you been seeing the post you saying if they're able to count, then you are able to mount? Are these old out of context TYT clips or AI? I know it's a smear, obviously, but there's clips going around. Brother. It's an attempted satire show that was literally packaged and deleted off of the internet 14 fucking years ago. Okay? 14. What the fuck are you talking about? You guys need to be able to literally fucking come to these conclusions on your own. You don't need me to hold your fucking hand through every goddamn shit, dude. You have enough synapses up here that fucking fire, right? You must Understood, brother. Like, it's just like you have enough synapses. Fire them on your own. It's not rude. At some point, I have to be like, what? What do you want me to do? I think a lot of people are so used to me just like holding everybody's hand through the fucking journey of understanding the news where they just like can't think about it on their own. Like, oh my Lord. Hey, is it a bannable offense to be from Naperville? Yes. Yes. Still bannable. You really should look through our primary school textbooks. Chatter outsourcing their soft skills to you like your chat GPT. I know, it's crazy. Blue MAGA is just as insane as red MAGA, and they both cannot concede that they are wrong. All their flaws are someone else's fault. I mean, I know. And then they ironically say that to me. I don't think you want to ask Americans who they'd rather denaturalize and deport between, between me and you. Between me, no, you and me. You and me, you bald fuck. Trump will post about deporting you if you tweet this. Ah, fuck. You know what? You're right. Also, I have to pee. 50%